Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2. We are still on Nevercraven Island, our resort intermission, and we are talking to everyone this evening that we can find, doing some activities, and of course we have a few connection events. So, I saved the game. Walk for this for a nice beautiful starting shot. So let's start by doing the one that we want to watch but don't want to pick, because even though I have done Nina's drink activity, I still want to see this, but it will definitely raise her connection level a little bit. I am even wondering if I should do another drink session with Nina just to get her to connection level 2 and then max it out with the other event. We'll see. For now, let's watch Feri's training. Feri's been really broody ever since Kazim arrived. It looks like she's planning on heading into the ruins alone too. Guess I should probably follow along just to be safe. Ben decided to go check on Feri, whom he'd spotted heading towards the island's ruins with a strained look on her face. However, he was surprised to find that someone else had beaten him to the punch. Ah, so you're here too. I figured as much. Hey, like hell you did. I was bored, so I came to watch. It's not that deep. Anyway, what's your take on that? The way you carry yourself and your weapon has certainly improved. But in the end, the weight of your blade is as ethereal as it ever was. Feed the fire within you and stoke it well, lest it eventually burn out. I can keep going, just one more rematch. So long as there are still hurdles you've yet to surmount, the outcome won't change. My role here is finished. I'll leave the rest to your boss and colleague. Van? Aaron? Were you eavesdropping? Not well enough to slip a certain someone's notice. Can't say we're the best choices to fill in for you though. Seriously man, how are you gonna just chuck your own flesh and blood out like yesterday's trash? There is no filling in to be done. The issue lies with Farida herself. As was stated in Langport, I have nothing more to say on the matter. Not until you're able to face your inner flame. Kazim. Hey, at this point, I think he gets off the whole fake and mysterious shtick. No, I think Kazim is trying to tell her that unless she fully commits to being a warrior, until she gets the passion for it, she will never grow strong enough to defeat Kazim. Because I think if she lights that fire and he sees it, even if she doesn't defeat him, he would be proud of her in that regard. I think it's more about something like that. Well, so, what now? You want a sparring partner? I'm game. Going against someone as many leagues above you as your brother ain't gonna be much of a crash course. But I could always pass along some of his combat tips from back when he was my instructor. Then, Aaron. If you really don't mind, then yeah, let's do it. Afterwards, Van and Aaron spent some time helping Feri with her training. They then decided to take a break once her stamina finally gave out. Well, I still got another fight in me. You up for it? It's okay. I don't want to put you two out. That's enough training for one evening anyway. Besides, I need to cool off and get some thinking done. About what Kazim told you? I guess it's tough not to dwell on it. It seemed like he really gave you the cold shoulder back in Langport too. Was there something he said when you returned home last year? And there's no hiding anything from you, huh, Van? Hey, your priestess duties went off without a hitch though, right? Well, I did learn the dance they passed down in my village, and I performed the ritual like I was supposed to. But apparently, the point of it all was completely over my head. The dance is supposed to communicate some sort of hidden meaning, but I never figured out what it was. Farida, the true purpose of the ritual is for the Children of the Flames to confront the origins of the Kruga. You must grasp its meaning for yourself and spark the fire inside, steeling you for the time to come. Just as your distant kinsmen once did to fulfill the duties demanded of them long ago. Fail to do the same, and you will soon reach your limits. Distant kinsmen. Come to think of it, there's that one tribe in the buffer zone between us and the Empire. I did great performing the dance itself, but I never realized there was more to it until Chasm said so. What's wrong with me? How could I not even know the pride our people is built on? Wish I had the answer. All I can say is that your bro's got an even bigger stick up his ass than he did last year. Yeah, the Kasim's reasonable guy, but there's clearly more going on beneath the surface here. Still, everyone's gotta figure out their own personal style of facing up to things for themselves. There's a reason your old man's trying to give you the opportunity to broaden your horizons. Yeah, I think I get what Abi and Kazim are going for here. It's just, even if I do come up with my own answer, am I supposed to know if it's good enough? The more I mull it over, the more confused I get. Ah, jeez, this is not like you, small fry. That attitude's just gonna put a damper on your inner flame or whatever. It's times like these when you gotta let loose and live a little. What you got there? How about that? Great minds think alike. Huh? Don't tell me you brought some too. It shouldn't be sparklers. Almost thinking they didn't bring alcohol, did they? Wow, look how the sparkles are. They even come in different colors. It's just wow. Can't remember how many years it's been since I last held one of these. They were giving them away for free at the villa, so I figured it'd be a fun way to kill time. And apparently I wasn't the only one. Quit trying to psychoanalyze me. I just got to thinking about how me, my mom and Ashen used to do this a long time ago. It's not so bad once in a while. Yeah, definitely. Sparklers sure are strange, huh? They burn a lot weaker than, say, a bonfire, but all the colors and shape they come in are so mesmerizing. I wonder if it's okay for the Kruga flame to take different forms too. Maybe it's not all about strength. Maybe each person's flame is colored by things they've experienced. Hey, if that makes sense to you, then that's all the explanation you need. That's what I always say. You may have a duty to your family, but how you choose to fulfill it is up to you, and no one else. Same applies to your brother. I bet he had to take a good long look at himself before he managed to choose his own path. Chose his own path, huh? You're right. Kasims must have gone through this too. Thanks you two for everything. Hey, don't sweat it, Mole Fry. What the hell's with the googly eyes? You got something to confess? Nah, it's just nice to see you cheer up a little. Ain't often you're this thoughtful to Feri either. Guessing you had a lot on your mind lately. Yeah, well, all that BS with Sao and Graulang really got under my skin. But you know, at some point it hit me. If all I do is sulk behind them, I don't ever want to be able to pull ahead. So, while you figure out how to face yourself, I'm gonna be right by your side, blazing my trail. Aaron. Well, sounds like a plan to me. I'll do my part to keep your ass afloat, so grind on till you're satisfied with where you end up. Like I need your permission. Aww, it went out. I feel a little bad that we didn't get to share this with the others. Hey, no time like the present. What do you say we call everyone over? We've got more sparkers than we know what to do with, so might as well go another round. That's really nice. Oh, that's so pretty. That's what I said. Yes, it's a nice change of pace. You seeing this ass? I'm looking. Settle down before you burn somebody. There are plenty more to spare, so please have at it. Hell yeah. Keep lighting those babies up. Never a dull moment with this bunch. At last. He begins to put things behind him. I am expecting much out of you, Aaronway. Keep striving, Frida. Don't stop until you found your answer. Just like he did. Once the group had their fill of sparklers, everyone helped Feri and Aaron clean up. Despite their reluctance to call it a night, they then headed back to the villa together.
I'm sorry for making you worry, but thanks to you, I feel like I'm that much closer to figuring out what my flame should be.
Huh. You know, I think I'm feeling a little better too. Let's all do this again sometime.
Yeah, it was a really, really great connection event. Sad I couldn't keep it. But hey, we got 2 others still we still get to do. And those seem great in its own right. No, save. We're gonna load. Alright. So let's do some talking before we do another connection event. Or might they be able to do an activity? Quattro is doing a session with the kids. Well, this looked like fun. You guys doing some stargazing? Oh, hey Van. Well, I hear the villa had a telescope somewhere in storage, so I'll ask if I could borrow it for a few hours. The air's crisp and clear, and light pollution is practically non-existent out here compared to Edith or Basil. It all helps to make the stars that much brighter. Even I was amazed. I even seen such a beautiful night sky before. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm sure it must be pretty breathtaking through the telescope. Mr. Robot here has been teaching us all about the constellations too. Yeah, this grey floaty thing is so cool. I've never seen anything like it. Leave all astronomical observations to Theo. Maybe Theo's the real star here. They really have taught me a lot too. Hey, Quattro, do you have any other lessons for us? Quattro? You had a 1000-arch stare for a bit there. Sorry. I think the day's finally catching up to me. Oh, I get what you mean. All that exploring we did can really burn you out. Yes, but back to constellations. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you have. You know, they're actually a rather big fascination of mine. I don't think I could ever get tired of talking about them. Wow, I've never seen as many stars in the sky before. You come to this island a lot, right, York? Does that mean you know a lot about constellations too? Huh? Yeah, sure. Ask me whatever you want. Oh, crud. Why'd I say that? This guy and his robot are the ones with the answers, not me. I used to look up at the stars a lot during our campouts back when I was with the Kruga. But this might be the most beautiful night sky I've seen so far. I don't think I'll ever forget it. This has been a lovely evening so far. Still, I do worry that we're spending a bit too much time fooling around. I just hope that Harwood doesn't try anything, at least not tonight. The stars are more visible than in Basil. One day, Theo would like Professor Hamilton to be able to see this wonderful sight. You should do some stargazing of your own while you're here, Van. This part of the sky is only visible due to how far south the island is, so it's really worth it. Take it from someone with a penchant for astronomy. Yeah, do wonder what his gaze was for. Was he thinking about something? Something on his mind? I'm curious though. Alright, we have another 2 groups here. Ah, perfect timing, Van. Why don't you join us for a class or 2? Indeed, you'd be more than a welcome addition. It's an honor to be invited, and all, Your Highness. But I ain't exactly on drinking buddy terms with the whole table here. Ah, now, you needed to circumvent over a bit of idle conversation. Speak of which, it would seem that Elsam's enterprises have been making effort to expand into the Republic. This will likely lead to competition with the Velis-based companies over the same market share. Perhaps you'd be willing to accept our help in this matter. I believe we could be of much use to you. Borrowing the aid of the Cowden Group is about the most reliable choice we can make. Though I'll have to keep a close eye on what the newly formed Lee family is capable of from here on. Meticulous as always, Your Highness. Incidentally, the Marduk Company performance this past year was quite a sight to behold. Using AI for crisis management is something our Principality seeks to emulate, to say nothing of the high mobility security force you lead. You flatter us. In truth, we are merely adhering to the Marduk system. If you have an interest in our company affairs, I can arrange for a meeting with our general manager. Still on guard, are we? But yes, I do feel that a formal discussion would be worth having. No offense, Prince Sharid, but you couldn't pay me enough to join the mutual interrogation behind these poker faces. Our host is devising something very bold indeed, getting such a disparate personage to Nemet Island. In the end, will the Lee family prove a blessing or a curse for Heiwei? Ah, only time will tell. I hope a blessing, not just for the family, but for all of us. Well, seeing who exactly has gathered on Nemet only confirmed that Marduk made the right call sending us there. You do well to tread carefully, Van. It would appear Zita has been expanding her social circle ever since we arrived. That girl has a promising future ahead. I almost shudder to think of it. Random thought, but we've got the making of a real dream team here. The 3 of us together? I'm not sure I see how. The Golden Butterfly can use her screw the rule skill to cut through space and warp us into buildings. Then Grimkin can use her styling theming techniques to snatch the objective. That way we can burglarize any place we want, no matter how tight their security is. And where do I fit into this? I'll be the one in charge of holding our plunder up high on the rooftop and cackling hysterically. Well, at least pick something that helps with the heist. Wait, why am I even playing along with this loosey-goosey trio? But I thought loosey-goosey was Grimcat's whole deal. Since when? Personally, I find the idea quite amusing. Such a thing could stoke Blue Blank's competitive spirit enough to spur him into sending a writ of challenge. Blue Blank? Wait, you mean Phantom Thief B? Oh, now we're talking. Hey, this isn't something to be excited about. I'm trying to dig up some intel on the enemy. What, from the Golden Butterfly? Yep, I used every non-violent interrogation technique in the book, but turns out she's a tough nut to crack. She shouldn't just stop wasting my time and tell us what the old man's hiding already. Yeah, I doubt she'll let the cat out of the bag that easily. Also, you do know she's like 5 reg away from you, right? Oh, I know she can hear me. I'm trying to passive-aggressive route now. Yeah, good luck with that. I set on these 2 in case sparks started flying, but the vibe turned out to be more mellow than I expected. They're actually on a pretty similar wavelength, weirdly enough. You're exactly as amusing as the professor made you out to be. Why, we're practically co-workers, once or twice removed. You just had to go there, didn't you? Excuse me if I don't like the idea of pulling around with the right hand of the garden's deadbeat dad. Ah my, such biting words. They certainly have a history between them, but it looks like they might be able to get along. Maybe. For our evening activities and all that, I do hope so. Alright, let's make some more cocktails. Quatre, why not? This workshop requires the participant to create an original cocktail using ingredients they've gathered themselves. We've had all the basic components here, but you'll need to provide an extra layer to both the flavor and presentation. Nemet is flush with vegetation, so harvest any two you like and bring them back here. Making cocktails is the last thing expected to get drafted into. Hey, scared you'll make a mess of it? Oh, on the contrary. Doing scientific experiments has already familiarized me with combining liquids step by step, so I'd say I have a knack for it. Kinda comparing apples to oranges here. I know, but try to have a little faith in me at least. Alright, salt as well? And the other might be amber. Let's see. Like I said, I did have a feeling that things will start combining. So let's get to the trees. Let's see what the next ingredient will be. We know that sea salt will probably be a rim on the glass to have like a little salty edge, but it could also just be an ingredient in the drink. It's always curious to find out which is which. Honey.
Maybe this'll work?
That actually is the decent enough ingredient. Because honey is like the nectar of the gods. So many positive benefits to it health-wise. Yeah, I think would make for a good addition to the drink. Nice and sweet. With some really nice additives to it. And then the salt will be a nice counterbalance to the thing. With the help of the chef back at the bar, the pair managed to complete their original cocktails. I call it the electrolyte. As the name implies, it's a non-alcoholic cocktail inspired by energy drinks. I meticulously measured out the ingredients in order to supply the drinker with salt and sugar at optimal efficiency. Well, let's see how it works then.
Oh, it's sweet! Hell yeah! I'll take 20 more!
Ah, that was great.
Honestly, I was a little worried that taste would be a deal breaker. It seems I dodged that bullet though. Yeah, this makes a perfect way to cap off a long, exhausting day. It's soothing from sip to swallow. Almost like you infuse some of your own gentle soul into it. A bit of the corny side, but I won't complain. And so Van and his companion indulged in a short spell of evening refinement, sipping their cocktails all the while. Okay, good. So we'll do another one. Who do I invite? Who indeed? Yes, Elaine and Ren. This workshop requires that the participants create an original cocktail using ingredients they've gathered themselves. We have all the basic components here, but you'll need to provide an extra layer to both the flavor and the presentation. Nemet is flush with vegetation, so harvest any two you like and bring them back here. It would be best to avoid drinking given my agenda these next few days. Hey, but they do say alcohol in moderation can be good for one's health. Very well, I'll come along. One glass as a pick-me-up couldn't hurt. Yeah, so Van, don't go saying 20 more. Alright, one new location. And what was it with this one? I think it was a coconut. Alright, so let's pick this one up first. And I'm gonna go on a limb that coconut will be the flavor particle and the other one will be the garnish. Considering it's on the road near the beach, it might be another type of flower, other than the hibiscus, so hopefully like a yellow one. That would be beautiful indeed.
So that's where it was.
Let's see if we can get another tunnel instead of the road to the church. So we don't have to get that far in order to get our other part of the drink. Even though, let's be honest, with Elaine by our side, it doesn't matter if we accidentally get attacked by enemies. We'll deal with it without any sort of trouble, I'm imagining. Let's see. No flower though. Ah, mint leaf.
Let's give this a try.
Ah, that's interesting. So mint tea would be very nice. So could the coconut be a garnish then instead? With the nice white and brown colors? When you cut the coconut into slices after removing the hard shell? I'm intrigued. Let's see what we're gonna get. With the help of the chef back at the bar, the pair managed to complete their original cocktails. Meet the Esmeralda lady. It's a white lady with mint flavoring added in. Should have figured you'd use your favorite as a base. Oh? What makes you think it's my favorite? Hey, it's what you always had whenever the three of us went to Bromati's. You ordered one of the last time we were at Shino's place too, remember? Astute as ever. Call me a sap, but I'll never forget the first time you and me had a drink together. Oh? Well, I hope you'll remember this one just as well. I put a piece of myself into it after all. Yeah? Then what are we waiting for? Bottoms up.
Ooh, that's the stuff.
What might an SMS lady represent? I've heard every cocktail has a symbolic meaning. Hey, say something? Oh no, not at all. Just offering some food for thought. And so, Ven and his companion indulged in a short spell of evening refinement, sipping their cocktails all the while. Good, that was a really nice one. So we have 2 more activities. One will be for Ren. And then we'll just have to see which the other one is. Ah, and we also got a quest on top. I have a feeling we might need to wait for the next one to do that, because it could be real extensive quest to do something, or it could just be a monster elimination. I think that would probably be it, but I don't know. If it's a quest, I want to be able to fulfill it during the entire episode, which we shouldn't have enough time to do so at the moment. So let's see if we can find more people to talk to. Or have we been already so indulging with all of that? I think we already might have talked to everyone. But this is not necessarily a bad thing.
What can I get for you?
Let's see.
If you need anything else, I'll be right here.
Bye. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more cocktail then with Ren. And then finish with the last activity, the 2 connections, and the quest on the next time. So, plenty. Yeah, Ren. Maybe we should pick a male for the last one. We only did Quatre, and I still have my doubts about if he's actually a full-fledged male or not. This workshop requires the participants to create an original cocktail using ingredients they've gathered themselves. We've all had the basic components here, but you'll need to provide an extra layer to both the flavor and presentation. Nemet is flush with vegetation, so harvest any two you like and bring them back here. Cocktails made for ourselves by ourselves, using our own hand-picked ingredients. How positively charming. Hey, it doubles as a nighttime stroll around town too. This luxury villas really know how to craft an experience. You'll have to keep in the spirit and act as my gallant escort then. Which you know he would definitely be. Right, so she wants at least sea salt, and then we'll check where the other one is for our secondary ingredients and see if it's something already known or if it's gonna be a new one.
Right. Let's use this.
Interesting. So let's go by the church's tunnel. I think that will be the closest one to get there. And let's see what we're gonna pick up. Which I don't think it was the honey spot, right? That's a bit to the sides a bit more. Crimson Glory Vine.
Right. Let's use this.
Very intriguing, very unique so far. We haven't had anybody else gone for it. And I can see Ren as a person that will go for some really unique ingredients. Which is of course perfectly fine. Right, let's get back, see what kind of drinks we'll get with these two. Because I really can't tell if it's gonna be the salt inside the drink and the wine on the outside. Because I have no idea what that wine is. With the help of the chef back at the bar, the pair managed to complete their original cocktails.
Ooh-wee, that's the stuff.
My, that was quite good. A pity that it's non-alcoholic, however.
Sure, but the flavor draws you in so much that you barely even notice that. Who knew you were such a mixologist? Well, I pushed myself to create something that would appeal to an adult palate. It's good to know the effort paid off. I call it the Noble Chaton. My vision was a cocktail that reflects the flair of an elegant and mature vacation. Well, being a grown-up comes with a whole bundle of strings attached. There's only a handful or so of us going about things elegantly. Though that's so true. The world certainly couldn't describe the crude, mullish way you live your life. Still, I do hold a fondness for it. Gee, thanks. For the record, I can be just as elegant as the next guy when I'm in vacation mode. Oh? In that case, how about joining me for one more round? You're on. And so, Ven and his companion indulged in a short spell of evening refinement, sipping their cocktails all the while. Alright, well, we have one more drink left to do, 2 connection events and a quest. Which I'm thinking will be a monster extermination, but I'd be more than happy if it's a little bit more in depth than anything like that. But for now, we'll leave it here and we'll do the more on the next one. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.